My name is Xochi and I'm going to show you how I sold $2,400 worth of thrifted clothing online just last week. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Thrifted Mama here on YouTube and Instagram. I have a what sold video for you. This is going to be the week of October 22nd through the 28th. It wasn't anything outstanding as the last few weeks have been with the amount of cheeks that I sold, but this is kind of my steady state of 2,200 to 2,400, but I'm so excited to show you guys what I have sold. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Curtsy. I'm going to scoot over a little bit so my husband can kindly put all the information up on the corner right here. I'm making this note because he has asked me to film for the edit. He is my editor at the moment, so love you. This week I sold $2,402.09. That was my total revenue. So that number includes cost of goods, shipping, fees, and all that good stuff. My total profit was $1,255.12. So that is all the fees, all the shipping, all the cost of goods set aside. So that is the money that I made from the products that I sold. And by products, I mean clothing, shoes, and accessories. I sold 80 items and I listed 80 items, which is actually pretty good, but also I didn't list a whole lot this week. My average sale price was $30.03. And as you can see, the numbers are drastically going downwards. And this week was just a mess for me. But I'm still really happy to see that number 2,200 to 2,400 being consistent, because that's really my goal. I would love to expand. Something I haven't done in the past is kind of break down revenue between each platform. So I'm going to add that in. Poshmark, $622, which is 25-ish% of my total revenue. Curtsy, $75, which is 3% of my revenue. eBay is about $1,500, which is 64% of my revenue. And last but not least, Mercari, which is $153, which is 6% of my revenue. As you can tell, eBay definitely takes the cake, and I was saying that I was majority a Poshmark seller, but now I realize I think I'm more of an eBay seller. As usual, I'm going to let you know the top subcategories. I have tops, jeans, pants, dresses, and bras and bra sets. Tops, I don't know why, but I think I just pick up a lot of tops at the bins. I don't even go to that section when I'm in actual thrift stores, so that's actually pretty surprising. And jeans and pants are pretty not surprising because I love jeans, leggings, pants, all of that. And top selling brands, we have American Eagle, Victoria's Secret, Lululemon, Judy Blue, and Pink Victoria's Secret. And those are not a surprise. I have sold and found a lot of Lululemon recently, and Judy Blue is definitely one of my favorite bread and butters. I will even pay up a little bit because I know it's going to flip quick. This time, or actually the past two times I've done what sold, I have wrote down all the items I'm going to go over. I will not be going over every single item because we'd be here for a minute. I'm going to start off with Poshmark. The first item I sold was this Lululemon Wonder Under Train high-rise shorts. They sold for $30 and I profited $19.48. I found these at the bins and that was a great find. Next item, Lululemon Studio purple pant. I believe these are crops. They sold for $34, making my profit $15.68. I found these at Savers. My cost of goods were right around $9.50 and they sold within a month-ish, so that's something that I would continue to pick up. Next order was actually a bundle of 7 items. This bundle sold for $70. It consisted of 6 bras and a pair of earrings. I've never actually picked up earrings, but these were new Lulu's fringe teardrop earrings. The rest of them were sports bras, and yeah, every single item was from the bins. My earnings were $56, so I profited just about $46 off this bundle. Next item that sold, these Hoka One One, is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Hoka Bondi 7 tennis shoes. They sold for $46. I found these at Savers. I paid $12 and I profited $24.80. They sold quickly within a few days, and I love picking up Hokas. I used to pay up just a tad bit more. I do realize that the average sale price has been dropping in the past few months, so I don't pay up more than like $15. But Hokas are definitely one of my favorite shoe brands to pick up. Next item is this Victoria's Secret push-up lace rhinestone white bra. It sold for $20. The buyer actually messaged me saying like if they could get this in time for Halloween for a costume, I'm guessing. So I profited $11.48 and she got it on time, so that was perfect. Next item that sold, these American Eagle curvy mom jean black high-rise distressed dark wash size 6 jeans. I said that already, sorry. They sold for $22. I found these at the bins. My profit was $13, and this is like the perfect example of how I want American Eagle to sell. Do they always sell in the $20 range? Not always, but these actually sold within like 6 days. So that was an amazing sale. Next item that sold was actually a bolo. This is Nilly Low Tan. This was a extremely small size, being a 0. French military crop pants, dark charcoal size 0. They sold for $50. I found these at Savers for probably a little bit more, like $7 to $8. My average cost of goods, $8.25. I profited $30. I know that this style can go for a lot more, but since it was a size 0, I took a little bit of a lower offer. I listed them for $75. I still think that's very fair, and I was really excited to see the label because I knew that that was a really good brand. So definitely keep an eye out for Nilly Low Tan. Deluxe Doc Infant Lounger. This was in the minty trailis pattern. It sold for $65. These are very expensive retail. I found it at the bins. My cost of goods was $3.50, so I profited $48.50. It sold within 10 days. So that was a great sale. I was glad to get it out the door because it was a decently sized item. Next sale was a new to me brand. It's called Xanner Robe. It's men's slingshot Denimo jogger jeans, drop crotch, button fly jogger jeans type of situation. They sold for $28. My profit was $17.88. These were from the bins. They sold pretty quickly, and I looked up the brand. Comps look great, so definitely keep an eye out for that brand for men's jeans. All right, next sale were these Timberland Toddler 6-inch premium waterproof boots. They sold for $35. My average cost of goods for this trip, I believe I found it at a regular thrift store, it was $3.38. So I profited just about $24.34. These were actually bought for my full asking price, which was really exciting. I love picking up Timberland and men, women, kids, all of it. They sell very well. Okay. And last but not least, last Poshmark sale was this Figs men's 3-pocket top, scrub top. It sold for $28 and I profited $19.90. This was bought for my full asking price, I think. Yeah, it was bought for my full asking price, so that was great. And it sold very quickly, so definitely keep an eye out for Figs. I almost never buy it at thrift stores because it's always marked up, but at bins prices, I will 100% pick it up every single time. Now I'm gonna get into Mercari Sales. The first thing I sold, and I'm only gonna be sharing 2 items because I only sold 2 items. I sold these Reese New Tag Hazley tailored flared trousers. These were found at the bins, so I paid $1.50 and I profited $77.18. This tag is something you need to remember. Reese is worth a lot of money. It's sold at Nordstrom, and it's kind of like one of those brands that you can probably look past because it doesn't look like it's anything crazy. But yeah, this is definitely a bolo. The only other thing that sold on Mercari were these Nui merino wool ribbed knit leggings. They were base layer, and these actually sold within like an hour or two. Size small. They didn't have a size tag, but I figured that since they were merino wool base layer pants that they would go for some decent money. They sold for $35, making my profit $27.34. It didn't look super substantial, and I honestly didn't even look it up at the bins, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that it sold very quickly. So that is also another Polo to be on the lookout for. Be on the lookout for brand. I'm going to share 2 sales on Curtsy. The first item was this Abercrombie & Fitch white cream chunky knit round neck sweater, size extra small. It sold for $25. I did cover shipping, and the fees are pretty low, so it was fine. I made $14.58, making my profit $13.03. The other item that sold was this Aritzia Sunday Best Carmen cardigan, cropped button-up cardigan, size large, baby pink. It sold for $31, making my profit $24.83. I can't get enough of the fees on Curtsy. They're great. And yeah, this was a bins find. I was super excited to find it. It was a size large. It was Aritzia, and that brand always does well for me. All right, now on to eBay sales. I sold this Victoria's Secret Very Sexy Push-Up Bra, size 36C. It sold for $21 plus shipping, making my profit $12.02. It sold within a few days, so that was great. I absolutely love when I sell bras for over $20. That price point is just, to me, for bras, of course. Next thing that sold was this Karen Millen New Tag Military Trim Bandage Dress. I believe I shared this in a haul. It sold for $55 plus shipping, making my profit $43.63. Even being an extra small, it did very well, so that was an awesome sale. Next item, Ivivva by Lululemon Set the Place Girls Athletic Skirt, size 8. For a kids item, it did decent, sold for $15 plus shipping. My profit was $7.91. I'm not mad about it. I really like picking up this brand, Lululemon in general, but Ivivva is discontinued, so it is a little bit sought after for girls' clothing, and it sold very quickly. I am not mad about it. Next item is one of my favorite bread and butters. This is Nike Pro compression shorts. These were size small. They sold for $14 plus shipping. I profited $6.87. This was sold via promotional listing, as do a lot of my listings. So the ad fee does take a pretty nice chunk, but it sold in a month or so, so I don't find a whole lot of these. I just know that they sell quick. Next item that sold, this Free People Intimately New Tag Moss Floral Bodysuit. It sold for $22.05. I'm not sure where that came from. Plus shipping. I profited $13.71. It wasn't a substantial piece, but it was cute and new at tag, so can't complain. And yeah, it was really cute, boho, floral, cottagecore-esque kind of style. Next thing that sold, these Clarks men's Chelsea ankle boots. They sold for $26.60 plus shipping. I profited $10.38. I found these at the bins. Again, the ad fee kind of screwed me over a little bit, but I also needed to upgrade the shipping cost, so that was another hit. This flipped pretty quickly. I just suggest not undercharging for shipping because they are bulkier. But yeah, Clark's men's shoes do decent. They don't have a ginormous ASP, but I'm glad to see it moved quickly. This video is a lot of bread and butter, so this is kind of like the reality of how much I sell. Next thing that sold, this Calvin Klein sheath dress, size 12. I picked it up because it was a pretty pink color. Calvin Klein does really well in size 12 and up. It sold for $22 plus shipping. I profited $11.13. Recently, I have added Calvin Klein to my bread and butter list, so you're gonna see a little bit more of that. Next item that sold, Torrid women's blazer, houndstooth, size 0, which is a large in Torrid sizing, sold for $24.50 plus shipping. I profited $13.20. I love picking up blazers. I was a little concerned with it being a large, but I didn't have it for too long. I'm happy about the outcome. Next item that sold, Spanx stretch twill cropped wide leg pant. They were a brown color. Sold for $40 plus shipping. I paid $10 at Savers, which was my average cost of goods. I profited $17.83. Spanx is definitely one of my favorite brands to pick up still, so that was exciting to get a reasonable offer. Next thing that sold, Ted Baker short sleeve eggplant purple polo men's size 6 extra large. It sold for $35 plus shipping. I profited $28.41. Ted Baker polos do decent for me. Sometimes they sit a little longer than I would like them to, but this one sold for $35, so I cannot complain. Next item was super exciting. I found Mousy, I'm not sure. Mousy vintage women's jean shorts. I found them at the bins. They sold for $58 plus shipping. I profited $39.46. They sold fairly quickly for being a size 25, and I was really excited when I pulled this out of a bin that had been picked over multiple times. So brand knowledge is key, you guys. Next, a really exciting sale, North Face Gordon sweatshirt hoodie. It sold for $42.50 plus shipping. I profited $32.89. North Face is a really good brand for me during this time of the year, and those kinds of thicker sweaters, puffers, vests do really well this time of year. Next thing that sold, LL Bean women's pullover sweater. This was a cotton cashmere blend. It sold for $25 plus shipping. I profited $15.69. This was a bins find, and it sold fairly quickly, so that was awesome. Next item is Joa Brown. This item was actually found when I did a thrift with me a few videos back. It sold for $28 plus shipping. I profited $16.84, and it sold fairly quickly. Joa Brown is one of those items and brands that I kind of like used to look past and then realize that they sell decently. So this was just a basic long sleeve. If you find cardigans, jumpsuits, other substantial pieces, they will go for a whole lot more money. I sold a cardigan for $45, I believe, and it sold within a day or so. So definitely keep a lookout for Joa Brown. Next thing that sold, Outer Known Pants terry cloth drawstring loose fit joggers. They sold for $25 plus shipping. I profited $14.58. These were at the bins, and they needed a little bit of a sweater shaving, but they were that weird terry cloth material anyways, so they were kind of scratchy in a way. I did take an offer on these, and I was glad to kind of get them out the door because I didn't know if someone was going to be super picky, but I haven't gotten a request, so yeah. This brand is definitely similar to like Joa Brown because they are very underestimated pieces. They don't look like they're worth a whole lot. I'm pretty sure Outer Known is like a sustainable brand, so that is definitely something to keep in mind and be on the lookout for. Next thing that sold, these Lululemon Featherlight Short. I found these a while ago at Savers. These sold for $32. I profited $16.22. Again, I found them in July, so they took a little bit to sell, but I still think that is well in the 90-day mark, so not too mad about it. Lululemon is consistent, and I love when I can sell shorts over 30. Next item that sold was this Zara women's overshirt coat jacket. It was kind of like a big long jacket. It sold for $29.99 plus shipping. This was kind of like a blogger favorite in a way. A lot of these have sold very well on Poshmark. I was fine with basically $30, and I profited $18.52. Next thing that sold was this Lululemon New Attack City Sleek 5 pocket wide leg pant in trench. I found these at Savers, and I did pay up $30. I sold sold it for $85 plus shipping. I profited $34, so I did double my money, which I'm totally fine with. I only had to list one item to make 30, so that's okay with me, and it sold pretty quickly. Next item that sold was this Ollie Swaddle sleepwear for babies, infants. It sold for $20 plus shipping. I profited $15.45. I found this at the bins. This is definitely something you should look out for. A lot of people don't seek these kinds of items. This item sold in 3 days, so that is a very quick flip. Next item is this Frank and Eileen popover shirt. This is a great brand to be on the lookout for. It sold for $42 plus shipping. I profited $26.51. I probably could have gotten more, but I can't tell. Like, some shirts go for a lot, some definitely go for a lot less. Let me know if you have experience selling Frank and Eileen. I know some pieces go for a lot of money, so if you've ever sold it, what have you sold it for? And yeah, I would love to know. Next item is this Judy Blue skinny fit jeans. I found these at the bins. They sold for $28 plus shipping. I profited $16.29. Even the skinnies will sell decent for me, so I will pick those up. I will not pay up for Judy Blue skinny jeans. I will pay up for the more trendier styles, being like straight, boyfriend, or relaxed, but most of the time skinny jeans don't perform as well, so these were a great size and a good style, so I was really happy about that. Next item, Beta Brand women's dressed yoga pants. They sold for $24.50 plus shipping. I profited $17.10. These were a bins find and they sold within a week or two. I still like picking up Beta Brand. I only pick them up at bins. I don't normally pay up thrift store prices anymore, but they keep moving for me, so I will pick them up. Next item is this Free People solid velvet serious swagger midi skirt. This was like a crushed velvet black greenish color. I'm pretty sure it was green. This looks green, I think. No, it was definitely like a weird black green combo. Sold for $28 plus shipping. I profited $18.90. This was a great sale. Free People doesn't normally move very quickly, but it being a skirt and a extra small, I was surprised for the outcome and I was happy about it. All right, last thing I'm going to share is this Polo Ralph Lauren men's tee, size extra large. It sold for $19.60 plus shipping. I profited $14.13. This was a very fast flip. Again, I'm experimenting with men's brands and what sells great. This was just in really good condition, so I decided I'd grab it. I'll definitely keep Polo Ralph Lauren in mind when I'm at the bins, especially for larger sizes, extra large and up. Maybe even large. I gotta keep checking comps, but I was really happy with the outcome from this item. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned a thing or two. As always, I have all my links down below. I'm trying to be as consistent with what sold videos because I know these are a big help to new resellers and it's also a help for me. I love watching these kinds of videos. Comment down below something exciting that you sold this week. I'd love to know. I recently got accepted to Amazon affiliate links, so I have everything that I use for my reselling business down below as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, guys, bye!